Former President Donald Trump has weighed in on the possibility of granting a presidential pardon to Sean Diddy Combs, the embattled rapper who was found guilty on 2 out of 5 charges in a high-profile federal case. Speaking to Newsmax's Rob Finnerty on August 1, Trump offered insight into why he's unlikely to extend clemency to Combs, citing their strained relationship and past tensions as key factors. The comments come just weeks after Combs' trial concluded with a split verdict, leaving the music mogul incarcerated as he awaits sentencing. Trump's remarks were a follow-up to earlier statements he made 3 months prior, when he first addressed the possibility of a pardon if Combs were convicted. At the time, Combs was facing serious allegations, including racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking, which carried the potential for a life sentence. The trial, which spanned 29 days, culminated in Combs being acquitted on 3 charges but found guilty of 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution, related to his relationships with ex-girlfriends Cassie Ventura and a woman referred to as Jane. The verdict was a partial victory for Combs, who was visibly emotional in the courtroom, dropping to his knees in a prayer-like gesture as his family cheered. In his Newsmax interview, Trump described Combs as sort of half-innocent, acknowledging the mixed outcome of the trial. He noted that Combs was still in jail or something, and referenced the rapper's celebration of the acquittals, suggesting it wasn't as complete a victory as Combs might have hoped. Trump's comments took a personal turn as he reflected on their past relationship, which he described as amicable until the 2020 presidential election. "I was very friendly with him," Trump said. "I got along with him great. Seemed like a nice guy. I didn't know him well. When I ran for office, he was very hostile." The hostility Trump referred to stemmed from comments Combs made in October 2020, when he appeared on Revolt TV and spoke out against the then-president. Combs expressed concern about Trump's leadership, describing him as dangerous, and accusing him of threatening the safety of Black Americans. "White men like Trump need to be banished," Combs said, referencing Trump's call to far-right groups to stand back and stand by. He emphasized the urgency of removing Trump from office, framing the election as a war of love versus hate. These remarks clearly left an impression on Trump, who admitted that they made the prospect of a pardon more difficult. Trump's candid admission that personal feelings influence his decision-making highlights the complex interplay between politics and personal relationships. "It's hard, we're human beings," he said. "We don't like to have things cloud our judgment, right? But when you knew someone and you were fine and then you run for office and he made some terrible statements. So I don't know. It's more difficult." His comments suggest that while he acknowledges Combs' partial acquittal, the rapper's past criticism weighs heavily on his willingness to consider clemency. The trial itself was a media spectacle, with prosecutors presenting a case that painted Combs as the leader of a criminal enterprise built on violence, coercion, and manipulation. Assistant U.S. Attorney Christy Slavic delivered nearly 5 hours of closing arguments, accusing Combs of using his fame, wealth, and power to evade accountability. She pointed to specific incidents, including a 2016 assault on Ventura and a 2024 alleged assault on Jane, as evidence of a pattern of abusive behavior. The prosecution also highlighted Combs' so-called freak-offs, explicit events that were central to the charges, with jurors shown videos and text messages as evidence. Combs' defense team, led by attorneys Mark Agnifilo and Tenny Garagos, fought vigorously to counter these claims, filing multiple motions for a mistrial and challenging the credibility of witnesses. They accused Ventura and her friend Brianna Bongolan of lying about a 2016 incident involving a balcony, and they questioned the reliability of Jane's testimony about her experiences with Combs. Despite their efforts, the jury reached a split verdict, reflecting the complexity of the case and the divisive nature of Combs' public image. The trial also shed light on the courage of Ventura, whose 2023 civil lawsuit against Combs sparked the criminal investigation. Her lawyer, Douglas Wigdor, praised her for coming forward, noting that her testimony helped secure the guilty verdicts on the prostitution charges. "Cassie has left an indelible mark on both the entertainment industry and the fight for justice," Wigdor said, emphasizing her role in bringing attention to issues of abuse and power dynamics. For Combs, the road ahead remains uncertain. As he awaits sentencing, he's reportedly using his time in prison to reflect and engage in self-development programs. His legal team continues to explore options for an appeal, while the public remains divided on his guilt and legacy. Trump's comments, meanwhile, underscore the personal and political factors that can influence decisions about pardons, offering a glimpse into the challenges of navigating justice in the public eye.